Hi all of you. Is my sound is audible? Can you confirm? Is my sound is audible? Anybody please confirm. Am I audible to you? Can you type it in chat? Are you able to hear me?
Yes, yeah, we can
Okay.
hear you.
Okay, so today we are going to start with the Terraform. There are some things that you have to do in the Terraform installation sites. Like you'll be following this document. This document I uploaded in the lab folder, okay, of your drive. So you have to just go there, and here you'll see that this is the link that you have to click on this. It will help you to download the Terraform. Okay, so to start with the Terraform, you have to download the Terraform. For downloading it in the Windows, you'll be coming here, this 3861. Just click on this download button. That's it. Okay. Once this Terraform will be downloaded, so basically it will be downloaded it in the GIF format. Okay, so once it will be downloaded in the GIF format, what you have to do is you have to extract it. So after extracting, it will look like something this. Okay, then you will go inside this directory. This will be the software available. Right, this will be the Terraform software will be available. Once you are able to see that, okay, this is the Terraform software. Like take an example. In my case, it is present in the D drive. Uh, Terraform, Terraform training, and inside this is the file that we extracted, right? So here this Terraform software is present. So once you are getting this software available here, then what you have to do is you have to copy this entire path. Okay, you have to copy this entire path, and after copying this particular path, you will be coming here in the environment variable. You will be searching for the environment variable like this, and you'll be going to this environment variable, and then downside here you'll be coming to this particular path, then edit. So this is the path, then click on edit, and here you have to write this particular path. Like you'll see that here I pasted this part. So you'll be just clicking on new, and here you'll be pasting the path, like whatever you are copying it from here. Okay, so if you're copying this entire path like this, then you'll be just coming here new and you'll be pasting like this. This entire path you have to just paste it. Then you have to click on OK, OK, OK. Once you do this and you added this particular path, then if we'll open the command prompt, okay, if we'll open the command prompt and if we'll try to type the command called Terraform, and if it is providing some output, something like this, that means Terraform is successfully installed. Okay. Once this first installation of the Terraform is completed, then you have to install a VS Code editor. Okay, so the second software you will be just opening this particular link. Okay, this is just a code editor. So once you open this, you can download it for the Windows. Other people also can download it. Okay, once this software will be downloaded and install it, just like a normal Chrome installation. Okay, then this VS Code editor will look like something this. If you'll open this VS Code editor, it will look like something this. If I'll click on new window, so you'll see this step of the page is going to open. Okay, this step of the page is going to open in the VS Code editor. Okay, now once this VS Code editor is open, then inside this VS Code editor here this symbol is coming for extension, that you have to just click on this. This is the symbol called extension. Just click on this, and here you have to search for two extensions. Okay, one extension, simply you will first search here Terraform. Okay, so when you search for the Terraform here, so there will be two extensions we'll be seeing. One is this HashiCorp Terraform and one is the Terraform. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to come here both and you have to install. Okay, like this Terraform you have to install. In my case, both are already installed, but take an example, if new one is will do, you'll see this install button, just you have to click on this. So this two extension you have to install it. Okay, these two both should be installed. Here it is mentioned, this one and this one you have to install it by clicking on this install button. Once this part is also done, this BS coordinator is also ready, then you can just close this. Okay. The last thing is this AWS CLI. This thing I think already all of you already done it. Okay. Installation of AWS CLI in our AWS class lecture when I was writing the commands, everything. Okay. But again, if somebody missed that, so you can just come to this particular link. Again, you can download the AWS CLI software for the Windows, right? And after installing this AWS CLI software to check whether it is installed or not, you can open the command prompt and here you can type the command called AWS-version. And if you are able to get some output here like this, that means AWS is successfully installed, AWS CLI is installed. So once you'll do up to here, then your installation part prerequisite is completed for the Terraform. Okay. Now, what is the goal of the Terraform? Why we are learning the Terraform, that you have to understand. So Terraform is the one basically who can launch the infrastructure, everything. Okay. If we'll see here that what is the Terraform. Okay. So Terraform help us to do the infrastructure provisioning. Okay, they help us to do the infrastructure provisioning. If you want to launch one EC2 instance here, if you want to launch a EBS volume here, if you want to create something in this AWS cloud, right? If you want to create an IAM user, you want to attach some policy, if you want to change the instance type of this machine, right? Everything you can do using the Terraform. Okay, so Terraform is just helping us to automate the infrastructure provisioning. Rather than coming here and launching the instance, we can launch a new instance using the Terraform. That's the benefit. Exactly same thing we can do with the AWS CLI also. Okay, but in the AWS CLI, we'll be writing the commands one by one, right? And then it will be doing. Terraform can help us to automate the process in many ways. I will show you once we'll start the practice everything. Okay. So before that, once you understand that Terraform is the one who is going to install the code, do all these things here, right? So how Terraform is going to log into this machine? They will require some credential and password, right? Then only they can log in. If you remember this AWS CLI class, right? Here we created the access key and secret key. Anybody remember AWS CLI class?
Yes, we did. I remember, sir.
Right. So we created the access key secret key like this, right? So exactly same way we have to create something. Then only that particular Terraform will be able to log into this AWS account because there are so many AWS account is available, right? So now to create that, first what you have to do, you have to go for the IAM user. Okay. And make sure you are logged in as a root user in your account. Okay. So I'm going to log in again and so in my case, there is already a user with the name called Terraform is there. These all things I don't require. So let me just delete it. Okay. So let's create a user. So we can simply click on create user. I'm creating a user with the name called Terraform just for understanding purpose, but you can create with any name. Okay. I don't want to provide any console access or something because Terraform is not a human being that they will be able to open the Google Chrome and then they will be hitting some browser URL like that. No, we don't require console access. That's why I'm just creating a user with the name called Terraform and what type of the policy I want to give. So currently I am giving all the permissions, everything. So you know that to give that we have to give the power user access. Okay. So I'm just giving the power user access so they will have all the permission, everything. So they can create anything here and simply clicking on create user. So now a user got created. Okay. A user got created with the name called Terraform. Now this user is currently having what permission? Power user access. But did we got any access key or secret key till now? No. So what I am going to do is, okay, I am creating a security credentials. I will just come to this security credential part, click on access key, click on create access key, okay, and click on command line interface, click on I understand and click on next. This is exactly same thing what we already done in the AWS class. This access key and secret key got generated, okay. Once this access key and secret key is generated, we can just copy it to some place, okay, as per our use case, okay. Now, once this step is also done and you created the IAM user, you created the access key, secret key like this, right? Now, what we have to do, okay? So till now, what we were doing was, if how we were providing the credential access to this command prompt. So we are using the command like this: AWS configure. Then they were asking us to type the access key. Then they were asking us to type the secret key. Then they were asking for type for the default reason name, and then output format something like this, right? But there can be something like I can have 5 different AWS account, right? One account I am using it for the Terraform purpose, one account I am using it for some different purpose, or maybe I have some 5 different credential. One is having power user access permission, one is having some limited permission like this, right? So if I am doing everything on the AWS configure, then how other person will be using it, right? Because every time they have to write their access key, secret key like this. And we know that this access key and secret key generated only one time. After that, again, you have to write everything, right? So that's why what I'm going to do is I'm creating a profile here. Okay, I'm creating a profile here, something like this. AWS, you have to configure, okay, and whatever the credential I am going to give you, that you have to save it but in a profile. Okay, what is the profile name? Terraform. That's what I'm saying, that AWS you have to configure everything with the profile name called the Terraform. Now again the process will same only. They will ask us for the access key, they will ask us for the secret key, everything will be same only, right? Like whatever the access key is there, I will just copy it and I will paste it here like this, right? And then they will ask us for the secret key. So again, I will just copy my secret key and I will paste it here. Default reason name, let it be. So that's it. So once we created this access key, secret key, we everything written, so we can verify also AWS configure. And then there is a command called list profiles, list hyphen profiles. It will show whether that profile got created or not. So basically, whatever the credential I am going to provide to the Terraform, that is stored in a profile itself with the name called Terraform. Okay, so basically we just saved the credential here. That's it. It is not like we are writing something or we configure something. No, we just saved the credential in a profile called Terraform, this access key and secret key. That's it. Once this is done, then your entire setup part is completed. Now you're ready to do the practical. Okay, so our first practical will be to launch the EC2 instance using Terraform. Okay, what we want to do, we will be launching a EC2 instance using Terraform. So to start with the Terraform anything, what you can do is you can come to any of your directory, okay, whichever directory you want to work on. Okay, so take an example, I'm going to work on in this directory, Cloud 27. Okay, inside this, I am creating a directory with the name called Terraform workspace. Okay, Terraform workspace. Go inside this directory and write the command prompt CMD. So automatically a CMD will open inside this directory, and then from here just type the command called code space dot. So our VS Code editor is going to automatically open inside this particular directory, Terraform WS. Because whatever the code I am going to write, I will store everything inside this Terraform workspace. So as soon as you will type the code space dot, automatically VS Code editor will open inside this directory, Terraform WS. Okay. Once this is open, now we can start with the practical. So inside this Terraform workspace directory, I am creating another folder with the name called, this is a folder symbol, just click on plus, a folder will be created. Just give the name of the folder EC2-instance. This folder will help us to launch the EC2 instance. Even you can verify from here also, see EC2 instance folder got created. Now, whatever the file I want to create, right, to create the folder, everything that we have to write it inside the EC2 instance directory. So I will just click on this down arrow and then I will click on file. What is the file I want to create? The first file we want to create is a provider.tf file. The first file we'll be creating is the provider.tf file in the Terraform. What is the use case of these all files, everything? So first let me just give the provider.tf file. So if you'll try to see it here, this is the documentation URL I given you. Okay, this is the official documentation URL of the Terraform. So this Terraform can connect with so many clouds, right? Now, how you will tell to your Terraform that Terraform I want to connect to the AWS cloud only, right? And if you are telling to them that I want to connect to the AWS cloud, then you have to mention somewhere, right? Similarly, in the AWS cloud, there are so many different AWS account is there. Then how you can tell them that I have to use this particular account only, I have to use this particular region only. So they say this type of the things you can write it in a provider.tf file, in which you have to mention which provider you are using, in which region you are using, some other information also you can write, like they are saying you can specify your access key also, secret key also. Now tell me, take an example. This is the code they are saying us to write, okay, to connect with the AWS cloud. If I'm copying this, okay, and I'm pasting it here. So what do you think? Do you think any thing we are doing wrong here? Like take an example, I want to create our AWS EC2 instance in the region called AP-South-1. If anybody remember, this is our region name, right? AP-South-1 for the Mumbai. Where is that? Yeah, this one, AP-South-1. So region I given, right? Now, is it good that I write my access key and secret key directly hard coded here? Will it be secure? What is your call? Anybody?
Actually, we already defined these two in the configuration file, so
Yeah,
can I
that we
go back?
define. But the thing is, if they are asking us to write the access key directly here and secret key
Yeah,
directly,
it's not safe.
it's not secure, right? So
Yeah,
that's what they are saying here in this documentation also, that then whatever you are doing, this is the warning they are giving. Okay, because hard coding the credential, it is not recommended. Okay, but they are saying, but still you want to do so, you can do it. It's your call. Okay. But Terraform say that we suggest you should go any of this method. And which method we are currently just configured? Profile method.
perfect.
Right? We created the profile there with the name called Terraform. So if somebody is using the profile method, so they are saying what? You can simply just create a profile and then you can just give your profile name. What will be our profile name? Terraform. Because we created a profile with the name called Terraform here. Make sense?
Yeah.
Right? So I will just copy this block profile, copy this and come here in the VS Corridor, remove this access key secret key. We don't want to give it like this. And I will just write profile is equal to this one and just delete this extra backspace. And just profile name, I will say that you have to go to the AWS cloud, use the region called Mumbai region and use the profile, basically credential. You can read it from a profile called Terra. That's it. Simply we have to save this file. How to save it? Do the Control+S. After doing the changes, you have to simply do Control+S. Your file will be saved. You can verify also in the provider.tf file. I said you to write only two lines: region and profile. Why this profile only? Because we created this one. Okay. Once this is done, then we have to launch the EC2 instance, right? We have to launch the EC2 instance. For launching the EC2 instance, we'll be creating another file. So I will be creating another file with the name called instance.tf. I want to launch a EC2 instance, and file extension will be always be .tf only. So first file, I just mentioned that how to connect with the AWS cloud. Second file, I will mention here how to launch the EC2 instance. Again, come to this particular documentation and see is anything they are guiding us for the EC2 instance. Something will come down here. See here, there is a service called EC2, right? Elastic Compute Cloud. If we'll click on this, so if I'll try to find that is anything they are teaching us how to launch the EC2 instance, everything like this. So if we'll come here, AWS instance is there, right? They will teach us here. So if I click on this, so they are giving us the code here something. They are saying if you want to create the EC2 instance, I have this type of the code written here in which you have to mention the image ID, you have to mention the instance type, and you have to mention the name. And this type of the things we already done it, right? T2.micro will be mentioning our image ID. If you remember our AWS CLI lecture, right? If you want to give some name, then we have to give it in the name block. So if I want to launch the instance, I will just copy this block. That's it. And I will just paste it here. And then we'll do the changes as per our side. I don't want to launch T2 3.micro. I want to launch T2.micro. I will just mention here. Image ID. I don't want to use Ubuntu or something. Take an example. I want to use some different machine. So I will come to this AWS cloud. Now I don't require this access key and secret key. So I can go back. And if I want to launch any EC2 instance, right? So I can just copy the AMI ID from here or any of other machine also. So most probably we use the Amazon Linux 2 only. Okay. And for that Amazon Linux 2, usually the AMI ID is this one. So I can just copy this AMI ID and I can just paste it here like this way. So now I given them the AMI ID also. Okay, like this. So now I'm saying here that you have to create a resource AWS instance, okay, with the name called web. They given some name here, okay. This is name of the resource. This is not the name of the EC2 instance. This is the naming convention from the Terraform. And whatever the naming convention here I'm giving, this will be for the AWS EC2 instance naming convention, okay. And I'm saying that you have to use this particular image and you have to use this instance type. These two things only I mentioned. I did not mention any other thing. In this documentation, they will say you if you come down that if somebody want to give some spot instance, some values they want to assign, everything they can do. If you want to set some VPC, if you want to set availability zone, everything you can set it just by coming down here. You can configure it. They are saying you can just write availability zone. Other things also they are telling us how to write it: instance type, key pair, monitoring, key name, right? So these things they are telling us. But currently, what is our goal is we'll be just giving a AMI ID, we'll be giving the instance type, and I will be launching the instance. That's it. That's the only my goal for now. So I'm coming to this particular code. Take an example. I want to give the name of my EC2 instance as my Terraform instance, something like this. Okay, and now again see this file is currently not saved. That's why this is the white dot color here, white circle. Okay, if I'll save this file, I have to press Control plus S, and then white circle will be gone from here. Okay, so now we created the provider.tf file, we created the instance.tf file, well and good. Okay, now we have to launch the instance on the AWS cloud, right? So after saving both the file, what you have to do is you have to open the terminal, click on this terminal, click on new terminal. Okay, and the first thing what you have to do is currently you are present in the Terraform workspace in this directory, but where your file is created inside the EC2 instance directory. So I will go inside this cd EC2 hyphen instance directory, and here our files are present: instance.tf, provider.tf file. So first thing what you have to do is we have to make this directory as a Terraform initialized directory. This is just a normal directory. So if I want to make it as a Terraform initialized directory, we'll be hitting the command called Terraform init. It is something like git init command. If I'll press Terraform init, automatically they will initialize everything. They will download AWS provider plugin, everything, how they will connect to the AWS cloud, all this information they will try to download it. Once the Terraform initialization is done, then you can simply write a command called Terraform. Can you plan the code? Plan means they will check the code. What are the things they are going to do on the AWS cloud? They will give us a proper planning of that. So if I do the Terraform plan, so they are saying that after reading your entire code, what we understood is you are going to create a EC2 instance, okay, in which you mention the image ID, okay, and you mention the instance type. All other things you did not mention. You did not mention availability zone. You did not mention key name like that, right? So these all things I will apply something randomly, okay, and whatever the data I will get it, that I will tell you like this way. And you said me to give the instance name as my TF instance, like that way they are saying. So this is just the apply here they done, okay, basically plan. Now if I want to apply this entire plan, I found that everything is looks good. Now I can apply this. I can simply say Terraform, can you apply this code? Okay, if I'll press enter, again they will ask us that what are the things they shown in the planning. Again they will show it, okay, like this. And if I want to apply it, I will simply press here yes. As soon as I will press yes, it's the Terraform duty that they will log into the AWS cloud, okay, and they will launch the EC2 instance. And once the EC2 instance will be launched in there, they will try to tell us also. So let's wait for that. Currently they are still in the creating state. So Terraform is connecting, okay, and this all connecting through your personal laptop. So make sure your laptop is connected with the proper internet. Then only Terraform will be communicating with the AWS cloud. Once this is done, so see they are saying apply complete. And if this is true, then if I'll refresh this page, we'll see one more instance here. And see a instance with the name called myTF instance is created, and that is currently in the running mode. This is getting clear. This instance just got launched, right?
It's clear, sir.
Now, do you know how to change the instance type? Currently, this machine is running with 1 GB RAM, T2.micro, right? If I want to change it to T2.medium, do you know how to do it from this side? Anybody?
Actions.
Actions.
networking. No, instance settings.
Yes. This one, right?
Yeah.
But it is not clickable, right?
Highlighted. Yeah.
Do you know why so?
We can do from here, I think.
We can do it. If I'll select this one, I will be able to do so. See,
Oh, okay.
it can happen only in the stopped machine. It cannot happen in the running machine. Okay, if you want to change the instance type, so first you have to stop the machine, power it off, then only you can increase the resource. Okay. So as a human being, if somebody will tell me that you have to change the t2.micro, so what I have to do first I will stop this machine, right? Then again I will select this machine and I will click on instance setting, and then I will click on change instance type, and then again I will change the instance type everything, right? By clicking on this, they will ask us to change to which machine like this, right? But if this many things is there, now take an example, if there are 5 machines, right? So I have to stop it, I have to take care of all these things. But if we are using the Terraform, so how simple it is, let me show you. In the Terraform, we mentioned t2.micro, right? My goal is to do the t2.medium, right? So I will just mention it here. Simply save this file. This is white circle. I have to save this file after doing the changing. Create a terminal. In this terminal, simply say Terraform. Can you apply this change? So, okay, first we have to go to that particular directory, EC2 instance. Okay. And then if we'll do Terraform, you can do the plan also, or you can do the apply also directly. So they will also show you the plan. So that time only I will show you. So if I'll type the Terraform apply, so first they will tell us that what are the changes they are going to perform. Okay, so they will say that I saw that your instance is already running, but only one thing you want to do is currently your instance type is t2.micro, that you want to change it to the t2.medium. That is the only one thing you want to do. If that is true, then you can simply press here, yes, I will take care of all. I will simply press yes. Now it's the Terraform duty that they will modify the resource. Currently they are modifying. And if I'll try to refresh it from here, currently this machine is getting a stop. Automatically they are stopping it. And it is t2.micro. Once this machine will stop, automatically this will change to t2.medium, and then again they will start the machine. So let's wait for it. We'll keep seeing these all things.
So before this is automatically we are doing it, sir, right, sir? So do we need to stop the instance first?
No, it's Terraform is stopping the machine now. No?
Okay.
We are not stopping it. See, Terraform now stopped it. Now they will change this t2.micro to t2.medium. I'm just refreshing this page just to show you. Okay. See, it's got t2.medium. Now automatically they are starting it also pending. In some time it will become running, right? And backend Terraform is still saying us that we are trying to modify. Currently it is not completed. 50 seconds is elapsed, right? Until and unless this machine will not again running, Terraform cannot inform us that this machine is running. Now it's done, right? So they are in the waiting period. Once it will be running, then Terraform will update it. Okay. So let's wait for this. So now the thing is easy, right? Even I don't know how to change the instance type, right? Still will be able to do it from the Terraform side, right? It is exactly like the Ansible type of the concept. In the Ansible, if you don't know how to delete the user or something, still if you know the module, then we can use it, right? So exactly same. And until and unless this is not going to running, it will be not visible yet. It will be saying like that, okay, we are still in the process of doing that. Okay, it will take few more seconds. This is bigger machine actually, that's why. See, now it's machine become running. Since the machine become running, so they will tell us here now that your machine is running successful, apply is completed. Okay, so whatever the changes I want to do, I will just do it from here. If I want to change the name, I can do it from here itself. I will just change the name, they will try to update the name. We don't have to go there and update it. Okay, not only this, whatever the resources I created with the Terraform, okay, I can destroy also using here. If I want to terminate the machine, I don't have to come here and terminate or something. I can simply say Terraform can you destroy whatever the resources you have? So again, they will confirm us that since you are asking me to destroy, so I am going to destroy these resources. Are you ready with that? Like that way? Okay. So you will see here they are going to show us a plan here, and they are saying since you are destroying, so everything is going to become null. Are you ready for that? So if I'll press yes, then only they will do. And they are clearly saying there is no undo. So if you will yes, then everything will be deleted like this. And now it is destroying. Destroying means this instance will be in the terminating state, right? And see, it is shutting down and then they will terminate this machine. So everything will be taken care by the Terraform. And since code is written here, so from the next time again somebody will tell me, can you launch a EC2 instance quickly? So what I have to do, I have to just write the command called Terraform apply. That's it. Because I don't have to change the code or something. Code is already there. Okay. Understood the concept that how Terraform is getting used here?
Yeah. So is it going to start if we run that file apply?
No, we done the Terraform destroy now, so they will destroy the
Oh,
resource. It is not applied.
forever actually. We can't restore that.
No, you
This
cannot restore. Now they are clearly saying, this is there is no
okay.
undo.
So what
Even
if
in the
we
real world
want to,
also, see, even in the real world also, if you terminate the instance, how it is going to come back?
okay. So actually, sir, if we want to stop only one, if we want to destroy only one instance, how do we do that?
No, it is not like you are destroying one instance or something.
Okay.
Whatever this Terraform code will create, they can destroy only that only, right? You cannot control this particular instance or this instance, right?
Oh,
This code instance was launched by the Terraform, so they have the control on this only,
okay. Not all
right?
of them. Okay.
Yeah, it is not like, we are not using it. We are using it just to launch and manage the infrastructure, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
whatever the infrastructure this Terraform will provision, that only they have the power to destroy or everything, access everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. So till now, if you'll see what is the flow we done, we try to create the provider.tf file, instance.tf file. We talked about the init and plan command. Then we talked about the apply command, right? Then we saw that an instance got launched. If I want to change the instance type from t2.micro to t2.small, manually we have to stop the instance. Then we'll able to do the change instance type. Okay, but here just we have to update the code here, and then we'll do the Terraform plan and apply. They will automatically say that we are changing from micro to a small. And if we'll apply it, so we'll be able to see this instance is going to change to t2.small like this. Similarly, if you want to destroy the resource, I will simply say Terraform destroy, and then resource will be destroyed like this. Okay. So this is the flow basically what we are seeing here. Okay. Now there is a concept of variable here. So this is just a simple concept, 2 more minutes. So for doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm closing this EC2 instance, come out of this. Okay. Create another folder with the name called variable directory. Okay. Inside this variable directory, I'm just creating a file. Let me just close this or cells. I don't require. Um, close all this. So inside this variable directory, I'm just creating a file with the name called variable.tf, and I'm just showing you how to assign some variable. If I want to store some value in that for the Terraform to use it in the later classes, everything. So how to do that? Okay. So in the Terraform, if somebody want to create a variable, so this type of the concept is there. So let me just first copy up to here. Then we'll see. So this is a variable we are creating with the name called x. Okay, I'm creating a variable with the name called x, in which I'm storing a value with the type called a string, and the value of the x is Linux DevOps. So that means if somebody will say you that what is the value of x, what it should print Linux DevOps, right? So now if I'm going to give the output screen, output is basically to show anything display in the terminal. Okay, so I'm saying that you have to display some output value of a word called my variable. And what is the value you will be showing inside this output my variable screen? You will be showing the value of x. You will be showing the value of x. So what do you think? What it will print? Will it print x or it will print Linux DevOps? Anybody? Will it print x or will it print Linux DevOps? That's your question.
It's going to print a Linux DevOps.
But from where this value they are taking? From this X, right?
Yeah.
This X is in dual quote. Remember Linux bash scripting class. If anything you are
Yeah.
keeping it in the double quote, it will be printed as it is. They will not treat it as a variable, right?
Yeah.
How they can differentiate that this is a variable or this is a normal word only? I can write it here XYZ also, right? So in that case,
Yeah.
this would print XYZ only, right?
Yeah.
So here, if you are writing the X, so this is going to print X only.
X.
So if I will, even if I'll try to do Terraform terminal, okay, and if I'll click on new terminal, and first I have to go inside the variable directory, and then first command you have to do is the Terraform init, then only it will work. And then I'm simply saying Terraform apply. If I'll do apply, so they are clearly saying that what they are printing the output, right? Output value, they are printing my variable. And what is the value they are printing in the my variable? X only. They are printing as it is. Okay. But my goal is they should print my variable is equal to Linux DevOps, right? That means we have to tell them that this is a variable. So for doing that, you have to write the variable like this: dollar, then curly bracket, then var for variable and whatever the variable name. Then only it will print. Like if I'll copy this and I will replace this X. If you type X directly, it will print as it is. But if you type like this, dollar var dot X, then they are going to call this variable X. And what is the value of variable X? Linux DevOps, then they are going to print it. So if I'll save this file and I'll close this, clear it all. If I'll again say Terraform apply, so this time they are printing that, just print yes, okay. So see, they are printing my variable is Linux DevOps, okay, Linux DevOps. Why? Because this time they are reading it from var.x. So like this way we can call any variable. We have to just write dollar. Dollar we are already using, if you remember, in the Linux scripting class to call any variable. Just the extra thing coming here is the curly bracket. That's all. Is it clear? This one, how to
Yeah.
call the variable.
Yes.
So just
Thank
make
you.
sure whenever we'll be printing any variable value or something, we'll be using this type of the concept var.x. Var is for variable and whatever the variable name x. If the variable name is x, then we'll write var.x. If variable name is dev team, then we'll write var.team, right? So like this way they will be calling the value. So just try to do the setup of the Terraform, okay, that installation of all the three software, whatever that requires everything. Then in the next class, we are going to see how to launch the Apache web server, everything, right? Like we'll be launching the EC2 instance, we'll be launching the EBS volume, we'll be attaching the EBS volume, we'll be doing the partition of the EBS volume, we'll be formatting the EBS volume, we'll be mounting the volume. Okay, then we'll be hosting some website there, we'll be copying the code from the GitHub, and we'll try to deploy it. Everything we'll do it using the Terraform. Okay, it will take entire class, but yeah, you'll be get a good learning there. Okay. So yeah, that's all for today. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.